Welcome to Biz Lounge, where we'll give you a peek into the minds and souls of some of the greatest Indian business leaders. Now, at some point or another, most of us have probably owned a cell phone made by Nokia. And while there's been a lot of news surrounding the company these days, today we're looking at Shiv Kumar, not just the man who leads Nokia across some 90 countries, but also the guy who enjoys a good book and indulges in a good game of golf. Shiv, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Before we speak to him, let's take a look at some leadership qualities that help Shiv keep his company mobile.
The concept of a leader has changed dramatically in the last few years. I think leadership is no longer standing from a pedestal and saying, I dictate, I order you do this. It doesn't work. I think a lot of people today say, get me to buy into what you're saying. I think the biggest help you get when you engage with people is you get to know bad news much faster than anybody else. I always tell my employees that, bad news is not pickles, it doesn't get better with time. So it's best is put the beast on the table and then we can all resolve it.
My definition of leadership used to be about the number of people who reports to you, the kind of turnovers you handle, the kind of territories you handle. Today I have redefined what leadership is, at least in my own view, which is about your ability to influence and collaborate with people.
What employees look for in leaders today is a recognition that they exist and they're contributing something. And I think it's the leader's job to acknowledge that all the time. And at the end of the day, a title is given by a company. But leadership, that title is given by the people in the company. This is one of my favorite quotes. I'm a great Manchester United fan. And this quote says, at United we strive for perfection, and if we fail, then we might just have to settle for excellence. That's a philosophy I try to imbibe in all the people who work with me, and that's a philosophy I try to hold for myself also. I think as more and more organizations are becoming matrixed, I think the need for deep collaboration and ensuring that you have a leadership style which is not hierarchical, I think that's the kind of style which will win for people in the long run. India is ripe for business model innovation. Okay, absolutely ripe. There are so many ways we can innovate in terms of business model. Let me give a simple example, microfinance. When we looked at our consumer base in rural India, we found that the biggest consumer base which was not going into cell phones was women. When we went to women and asked them, why don't you buy a cell phone? They said, we really don't need it. We know that's not the truth. All our consumer work says that that's not the truth. When we dug deep, we actually found out that they said spending 1,500 or 2,000 rupees on a phone is not really needed. I can spend that same money either on my daughter's education or son's education or buy something for the family. So the issue was not that they didn't need the category. The issue was they didn't want to put down 2,000 rupees at one point of time. So we said, okay, now let's address this. We went to Microfinance Institute, SKS. We went to Airtel. We combined an offer by which the rural woman today pays to SKS 70 rupees a week, $1.50 a week. And over 26 weeks, she owns the phone. As a result of which, we've been able to empower more than 1 million women. Now, what is the business model innovation here? SKS was giving loans to women to make them self-employed. Okay? What were women taking the loan for? 40% of the time, they were taking a loan to buy a buffalo. Because a buffalo gives 4 liters of milk a day, that's 80 rupees earning. 40% of the time, they were taking loans to set up a shop or to set up tailoring or something like that. Okay? We went and said, a phone can be an income generating activity. And that's how we got into it. Now, has this worked out to the benefit of all three people? Excellent. Okay? It's worked to the benefit of Airtel in terms of subscribers. It's worked to the benefit of Nokia. It's worked to the benefit of SKS. So all of us had to contribute something, all of us had to sacrifice something. But the final business model innovation, we've empowered 1 million women in the last 1 year. And that's something which I take great pride and joy in.